future I'll always find. I'm free to dance, I'm free to fly. In this endless space I touch the sky. No boundaries, no limits, I am the unknown. I found my truest home in this journey I've grown, yeah. No limits, I am the unknown. I found my truest home in this journey I've grown, oh yeah. In the shadows of the night I used to roam, where the light would shine. I called it home. Tomorrow's the
We put power inside with the magic she held, and the freedom I had in me, it swelled. So I found the soul I was searching for. We finally began on the path we were meant to explore. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. In the whispers of night, where dreams softly tread, our love finds its wings on which it is led. Through the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon. Our bond is the rhythm, older the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With the valleys of stars, over mountains of moon. Our bond is the rhythm, our hearts are the tune. And this is what I have to say, my dear. In the symphony of life, it's your voice I hear. With every note that we play, with every song that we will, we live as our very will, in love's sweet thrill. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Beneath the canvas of the infinite sky, where the whispers of the wind gently sigh, there's a tale of two hearts in the silence. They speak of the magic within, the freedom they seek. With a touch, a glance in the soft moonlight, our shadows dance together into the night. In the echo of our laughter, the world fades away, for in each other's arms is where we'll always stay. We are magical freedom, our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. When every strum of this palette guitar, our souls merge as one under the our magical freedom. Our spirits entwine in the dance of the cosmos. Your heart beats with mine. With every stroke of this padded guitar, our souls merge as one under the evening star. Explore all the chords of this dreamy refrain, where magic and freedom forever remain. In the harmony of us, let the world see the power of love, the magic of we.
In a small town down in the valley, where the shadows used to dance,
Whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom, I'll ignite the flames of truth, burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom, I'll ignite the flames of truth, burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Good morning, my beautiful stars. Happy Friday to you. We just celebrated the 4th of July yesterday. Welcome on in, everybody, to the Unknown Prophet Daily Tarot Readings. I am Joshua Bleasy. I do tarot readings between 9 a.m. and 12 p.m. Central Standard Time every day except the weekends. Guys, I'm coming up on my weekend, and I'm going to take a nice, solid weekend off. I'm looking forward to this weekend because, I'm hoping to get together with some friends. I'm hoping to get together and celebrate a little bit out there and just, get together and talk with some people, maybe hang out with a friend of mine. Hopefully I get the opportunity to do that, guys. And I'm really happy to see you guys are coming on in and being a part of my stream. I want to thank you for your time. That's the most precious thing you give me here. Donations are great. Follows are great. Subscriptions are wonderful. But your time is the most precious thing to me, you guys. Yeah, I would like to get donations just like anybody else, but that's not why I'm here. I do ethereal fire readings. I will set your world on fire and light your world ablaze. I will put you on a more positive path forward. That's what my promise is here, that I will bring you to the closest day where you can wake up tomorrow and today saying, today will be my best day ever. I use my homemade custom deck that I created called the 5 Paths. I got my coffee. I got my smokes. I got everything I need right now. And you know what? It's brilliantly beautiful that we are coming here today. And, you know, just after celebrating my country's birthday, basically. And, you know, I really want to iterate that freedom isn't free, guys, that we have to fight for the freedom we are owed every single day, that we have to stand up for what we believe in and hold our leaders to account and make sure that they pay the prices that they are supposed to be paying for the things that they are not doing right. Now you just depending on what side of the aisle you are on, I don't care. All right, we all have to find a way to come together to make this country work for both sides, not just one side. You know, I would love to see just once, a Republican or a Democrat candidate have a Democrat or a Republican, as their, VP. That way we could balance, that both scales could be met there, that we would have both sides of the coin represented in our general elections. But I know that's not how it works. I know that's not what, people want out there. People are trying to be decisive or indecisive depending on what's going on with them, It's all important that we realize that we come together, and we share our ideas, we share our voices and our opinions, and then we find a way to meet that middle ground. We're not so great at doing that here in America sometimes, but we try to appreciate the freedoms we do have, because it could be taken away from us. We could end up with a dictator for a president if we're not careful, and I don't, like I said, I have my own opinions about the people who are running right now. Some of my opinions on Biden aren't very great. Some of my opinions on Trump aren't very great. It's a kind of like a which one. I vote for the person I think will do the best job for 4 years, and I'm not going to vote for some people who are against things that are criminals. I'm not voting for a criminal. I'm sorry. I'm not going to vote for someone who has 34 felonies. All right? I don't care what they say. That person does not deserve to be in office. That person should be in jail or prison. That's where that person should be. Now, the logistics be damned. You strip him of those things. You don't let him have those things. He doesn't deserve to have those anymore. Those powers only should be for those people who are, and those gifts should be given to people. We can give things to people. We can also take them away. We could take away his ability to run for president, whatever, and then we have to find out what we're going to do for the general election, because I know what people want. They want to see a rematch, right? They want to see a rematch between the two, Biden and Trump, and they want to see which one you want for 4 years. If Biden wins, Trump will be back in another 4 years running for president again. We're not going to see the end of this guy for a while until he's run his 4-year course, and then I'm worried about what happens when he's in office and what he will do when he has to leave office, But you know what I'm saying? But we are more powerful than our politicians. If we all came together and said, nope, we're not going to put up with that shit, I'd like to see them try, because I don't know any soldier who would do something to harm a fellow American. There's such a thing as not following an order that makes any sense, too, All right, put me on trial all you want. I'm not shooting this innocent person. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, politics be damned. We didn't come here to hear my political side of the coin there, or what my beliefs and stuff are. We came here to help you guys find the best possible path forward. Now, like I said, all of that be damned, we have to find a positive way forward. No matter what that is, we got to do it together. I'm ready to start doing readings. If you guys want to get in here, press ! join to get into the queue. If you guys want to just hang out and listen to me babble for a while, I can talk about my own life a little bit here. and part of the way I do things. Sometimes I like to explain how all this psychic stuff works for me. Okay, so I've been doing this since I was 8 years old. I've been hearing and seeing invisible people since I was 8 years old. I went and got myself psychologically checked out. They determined that I am not psychologically broken, and the voices that are talking to me are telling me to do good things, not bad things. So they encouraged me to listen to the good voices. As long as I didn't do something that would harm someone, I was okay to listen to those voices. And they helped keep my moral code straight. They helped me what I will do and what I won't do, what I'm capable of and what I know I'm capable of, and how much power and complete, utter chaos I could throw into the universe if I were to use it incorrectly. And then I have these invisible people who tell me things, put movies in my head, tell me, and sometimes they just allow me to be the voice box for them, and all these words pour out of my mouth, and I don't always understand what I'm saying when I'm saying it. It's like doing a very big relay. I'm just relaying the information. My cards help me determine how to tell you that information, and the gifts that I was given were to help find people's destinies and fates, and to help them control and change them, to put them on the right timeline so that they can get that life that they always wanted here. We're a world of balances, so we're trying to balance everything out. This world is all about balance. This dimension is all about true balance, 100% good. You want to put breakdown into good and evil? Halfies, okay? They both exist in equal parts. There's no power greater than the other. They're always going to be at war, because that's what we're here to do, is find the balance between the two, and then find a way to use and utilize what is not given to us for good, and to turn it into something that could be better for everybody. But that's, like I said, it's all about the experience of it all. You go out and you want to experience something, and we all have ideas and dreams and goals and wishes and stuff like that. And we have to sometimes give into those goals, dreams, and wishes, and say, this is the life I want to create. This is the life that I want to give to the world, And it's not always easy. It's not always easy to want something so bad and not be able to get it because your intelligence level isn't high enough, because your life isn't as put together as you'd like it to be, because you're lost and confused about how you want to go about living this life. You haven't yet determined what your purpose or meaning yet is. You're trying to find a one soul who can understand you, and one person who can give you the advice that you really needed to hear. And I have a very big standpoint of, only the people who need to be here will be here. People who get a reading from me need my kind of voice. They need my kind of gift. And when I am doing a reading for all of you, we are working to change that destiny together. The reason I have you pick numbers is to put that future in your hands, to give you that opportunity to know that you were a part of this, that you and I did this together, that we are one and the same people who do this together. And even though that time comes and goes from fluctuation to fluctuation, every reading I give, I believe in some way was information that they needed to hear today. Not the want, but what they needed to hear. A lot of readers, and they're beautiful readers out there, but they some people go there to fulfill a want. They want to hear the good news. They want to hear the news they've always wanted to hear. And some readers do give in to that. But not all readers do that, A lot of good readers will tell you whether it's good or bad, here is the choices you have before you. And what can we do about it now? Well, we have this choice, and this choice. Which one do you want to take hold of and make it your own? And relationships are work, take work, and it's a two-sided coin with the universe too. You have to have that working relationship with you and your higher power, whoever you call that. I don't get in the name. I don't want to get into the name game of who's right and who's wrong with it comes into the things. Banish Legion, welcome on in, my friend. How are you doing today? I'm just gabbing here, talking my ass off. Sharing a little bit of my opinions on the universe and the way the world works and things like that. Blah blah blah, yakety schmackety. And I don't know if I got it right. This is my opinion on things. I don't know if I'm right. I can be wrong. Stephanie, welcome on in, sweetie. How are you doing today? It's been a very heavy week. I'm not gonna lie. I've been pushing it a little bit. Monday I started it off late. Yesterday I was doing Wednesday I had to do shopping, started late. Yesterday was, a pretty decent day, but I've been busy since basically starting off and doing readings constantly for 3 hours. Yeah, I'm a little worn out, but that's why I have weekends. I'm gonna go get my weekend on, recoup my spoons, go get some, fun in there, a little bit of that stuff. So I'm gonna be okay. I really am. I feel the energy today. I feel it pouring into me today. So I feel like I'm ready to do readings right now. Maybe a tiny bit physical, worn out, but that's also my body too. I've been going through a lot of chronic pain recently. We just got our cannabis in for the month for right now. And it's just, it's getting back into that, using it correctly. We try to use it as a medicine, not try to use it as a get high vehicle, So I get like a 5 to 10 milligram hit every 4 to 5 hours, or a joint every 4 to 5 hours, which is approximately 15 milligrams of green. And if you know anything about measurement and stuff like that, so we try to use it as a medicine mostly, and not so much as an escape to get away from it. But I can't lie, we use it to get rid of the pain, and so we can sleep and catch up on rest and stuff like that as well. And when you have sleep issues like I have, and you have sleep issues and pain issues like I have, you kind of get a little worn out from all of that shit. So, well, good. That's good to hear, Stephanie. I hope this move is going to be the positive one you really need right now. I really do. But, you helping is, kind of, you're letting that all go. So every time you move something out or put something away, throw something away that doesn't have any more meaning to you, that you don't need to take with you, and be discernative, or give stuff away that could be beneficial to somebody else out there who would really love something like that. You know what to do. I believe in you guys. You are my beautiful stars. And that I don't just use that term lightly. When I say beautiful stars, each and every one of you is a bright star in the sky to me. I love each and every star that I have in my sky. None of you are different or different in different view to me than you are a light in the sky. And I love those lights because they make me feel happy inside. So that's what I'm about. Trying to help you guys is my destiny, is my fate, is my purpose. And when you finally get that, when you finally understand that, what your purpose is, what your destiny is, what you were here meant to do with your whole life, when it all comes together and you finally get it, guys, trust me, there's no better feeling than that. No better feeling than that. When you finally understand what you were here to do, what your purpose was. And then you start to live that purpose and believe in that purpose. And I really believe. Because everything that I was told came true. Everything I was told when I was 8 years old came true. I don't know about you, but I don't need much more proof than that. I know there's something out there helping. I know it because my life should have not worked out the way it did. I had help. I know I had help. You know what I'm saying? So I hope all of your lives are beautiful, just like mine. I really do. But it took a lot of work to get to this place, too, as well. A lot of things I had to work through and overcome. Things I'm still working on and overcoming and trying to be better at, you know? And I come here for that acceptance from the world, you know? I need this acceptance from all of you. That's what drives me to do this all of the time, is that you guys have accepted me as your reader. And that's okay. I don't need you to follow me. I don't need you to do all of that stuff. That's a benefit. I appreciate when you do that. But if you don't, it's okay. You know, you come when you come. You spend time when you spend time. Looks like Stephanie's ready to get a reading, though. I'm going to get these cards ready for her. I'm going to put my coffee down. I don't know where to put it. There we go. Right now, my coffee's over there. I'm going to start to do the cleansing shuffle thingy for Stephanie. Why don't you throw me your numbers and your question for today, Stephanie? Hopefully we want to know something important today or something you really need to know today. You know, and like I said, guys, the future's always in your own hands, no matter what I've told you. I know that I can only do so much from a desk here in Minnesota, okay? Okay, let's find out for you, okay, Stephanie? Here are your 10 official shuffles. 1, 2, God card. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, God card. 8, 9, 10. You have a 2 God card message, Stephanie. And we have the 23rd card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, and the 23rd card is now on top. And here is the answer to your question there, Stephanie, about the love and what's coming for you in love. Okay? I'm going to move my coffee here so we can see the screen here and really see what's going on, you know? So, Stephanie, what's coming for you in love? First of all, this part of the journey that you're on right now. Live in each moment and live in the moment, because this is going to be the part of the journey that's going to fulfill you the most. Not because you're trying to fill yourself with another person, because you're ready to share your journey with somebody. And when we go on a journey with someone, we take their hand and we fight everything together. So you got to prepare for that open, honest relationship that you've always wanted, and make yourself ready to receive the gifts that are going to be found while you're searching for the right one. And open yourself up to all possibilities that love is waiting for you, and it will come find you because you're ready for it. And that love will be joining into you, right? So now that we have understood where we're at, right, we have to make new tools for what we want in relationship. Just like you have to start to design the right kind of tools to find the thing you're looking for. Shield to protect you from the kind of people you shouldn't go anywhere near. A sword in case those people decide that they want to give it a shot and they're not listening. To defend yourself from those things that could cause you harm. If they get in the way, you poke them and stab them and slash them. And then that cup that you have been waiting to fill. You have to empty that cup of the sludge that was in there first, and then we have to find something beautiful to put in its place. And then we have to allow ourselves to make that fan and feed the kind of fire we really want in our lives. So take this time to understand what you control in your life and the ebbs and flows of your life. All of these tools are within you. All of the tools that you need are there waiting for you. You just gotta clean them up, sharpen them up, and make sure you understand why they are there, for what reasons they are there for. That's a tempered soul. After we have found ourselves, that's what the finding card is all about, finding ourselves through our past, tempering ourselves in the present, and becoming the new rebirthed person. Because this cycle now, we've left the old world behind, and now we have gone through the death part, and now we are working on the rebirth part. But after rebirth comes life again. And that's where we're heading towards, is the life part. And that's what we have to understand, is we're going through that, just that tiny bit of last little work we have to do in order to be birthed into this world. So that means you're ready as an individual for love. The person who wants to find you is ready for love. The universe is ready for you to have that love, and it's coming your way. You just got to be a little bit more communicative about what you want, because sometimes you aren't telling people what you really need in a partner. This is the thing you have to work on, is this communication thingy. And maybe you need someone who can help make you understand what real, live, good communication looks like. And maybe that's what's been missing, is that communication of where I am at on my journey with that special someone. Exactly. Where am I communicating on those tools that I need to use for myself? Where am I communicating physically, mentally, and spiritually? Where am I communicating that change and growth that I want to do right now? And I know you're working on it right now. Just saying, now you understand and you see that you're on the right path. Some validation that you are working on it. But we had to get you to this point to understand it so that it could soak in this time. So now we've learned the lesson. We can now go get what we want, because we fulfilled the need first. Now we can go for the want. That's what you're doing. You're finishing up your work on the need, because you know what you need in a partner. Now you have to match your need to your want. And that spell and things that you might have done, you have to believe that love is just right there waiting for you. You're just waiting for the right time and place to meet that person. They're there for you, Stephanie. They could be in your life right now. The geeky boy who always loved you because you are beautiful on the outside. They could be a friend of yours who has been your friend constantly and always been there, but never shared their feelings with you because they didn't think they had a shot. You know, it could be a lot of different things. So you have to open up your eyes and start to look where the love is right around you right now. They could be. But open your heart to, when you go to that art class, that's what you are there to express. That longing for that love. That longing for that person who can help you create a new painting. You know? Someone who can give you advice. Someone who can give you, to call you on your bullshit. Someone to navigate some of the issues so that you can work on yourself and have that support that you need. Communicate what your needs are when you are trying to search for that person you want in your life. That's what is missing. That's why we can't find the person we're looking for. Communicate what your journey is. Communicate what you're working on. Communicate that you're going through a change to be a better woman. And that better woman is now being born. Love this, because this is the person I truly am. That's what we're waiting for, is the person to see that light. And then you got God cards on your ass about all this other stuff, Steph. So what are they saying? Hey, You can't keep waiting around. What the hell? How did it do that? Okay, there it goes. How we can't keep waiting around for the answers to come to us. They gave you a silver platter. They gave you a lot of choices. You still have to choose one of those little hors d'oeuvres on that plate and see which one you like in your mouth. Let this all out. Let this freak flag fly. Let the beautiful Stephanie you are blow up and explode into this world. The Stephanie you said you wanted to be. Blow that top and pour onto this world your new life. And you're gonna destroy the old one, but you gave the old life lots of warning. So now the people who have gotten off of the island will be, back, go back eventually, but after everything is settled. And that's the creation moment here. Don't be afraid to destroy one world and create a new one, because you are on the right path. You are ready to make the choices and decisions that are waiting for you. But if you keep waiting around for the universe to give you another silver plate, they're still holding the first one out there for you, waiting for you to taste it. You know? Love is right there waiting for you, Stephanie. I am feeling that there is a person right around you right now who's been infatuated with you for a long time, but you just haven't ever looked at them like that because you have this big ass, idea of what someone's supposed to look like and what love is supposed to look like. Rather than looking at a soul, you're looking at everything else but the soul. My wife, as big as I am, my dream girl is a skinny girl with small boobs, with long hair, young, like, my age, all of that stuff, a little bit younger, maybe even. My dream woman is, in my head, is a lot different than my wife. But I didn't fall in love with her body. I fell in love with her soul. And that's what you have to start to do. Fall in love with that soul rather than that body. Banished. It's gonna to your reading room. Banished to the reading room. I'm gonna have a bite of my sandwich while I wait. Throw me your numbers and your question, Banished, when you're ready, okay? You want a general out of that number, or what do you want with that number? I'm going to start doing a cleansing shuffle for you, okay? Okay. We want to see if we can find out what the missing puzzle piece is, right, Banished? Alright. Ready to finally find out what it is, right? Alright, well, I'm going to give it. Cards aren't quite ready for you yet. They said to shuffle a little bit more. Ooh, okay. You guys are ready, huh? Right there. Ready right there. Okay, alright. Don't be... So here are your 4 official shuffles for the question you have. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. You have a 2 God card message for you there, Banished. And the 23rd card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, and the 23rd card is now on top. What are you missing? And what do you need to know to find that thing you are missing, right? Ooh, okay. Ask for it, get it, my friend. So, Banished. Let's go back a little bit here, right? We've been feeling this missing piece for a while, right? We've been missing something within us for a while. But the thing of it is that the thing you have received up to this point should have brought you so much joy, that glazing, beautiful, sun-like feeling inside, where you're ready to start to create something right now. You're working on creating the piece you're looking for. You're making the piece that you're missing right now. You fill that piece up with all the beautiful positivity you can. Because the only thing you can do right now is shine a light on the things that bring you happiness. What is it that has truly brought you happiness? And why haven't you been doing that recently? We have to start to understand that Banished has been getting in his own way for a long, long time. These anxieties, worries, and fears of failure, when anxiety, worries, and fears are exactly what we need to go and deal with first. That what we are trying to do now is create a way to let go of the baggage, but still move forward. So instead of pushing up the boulder up the hill, we now realize we can step out of its way and let it roll off of our shoulders back into that place where it can fill some of this gap issue that we still feel like we're missing on. So we have to let go of the things that have been getting in our way up to this point. Has that been pressure? Has that been has it been, commitment? Has it been communication? Has it been, what has been the thing stopping you from your happy? What do you keep trying to push up a damn hill that you don't need to do anymore? That you just have to let it go and let it fill your life, because that's the missing puzzle pieces, that let go part. And get up over that hill once you've let it all go, because then you can actually get to the top of the hill. You let it all go, you start to walk to the top of the hill, and guess what's shining down in your valley? The sun that you've already created. So now we have to move on to this next stage. We've let this shit go, right? Well, now what do we make to put in its place? What is the foundation of what kind of life I want? What are my goals? What are my dreams? What is my happy? What is my purpose? What is my fate and destiny? Who am I, and who do I want to be? What kind of a foundation do I want to start this new person I'm going to be out there? So you want to fill a spot that you're creating. The puzzle pieces, I'm pouring it down into that piece. And I know you want to know what it is, right? You want to know what it is? What is it that you haven't been facing recently? What is your leap of faith? Why can't you just trust the universe for once? Why can't you just say, you know what? I don't know what to do. I'm just going to trust the universe that it's going to guide me where it's supposed to guide me. And when I find that purpose, I will be all over that purpose. Maybe Just maybe right now, not knowing is what you need to know. Take a leap of faith and trust. Overcome that thing that stops you from the happy. You know what it is. Don't give me that bullshit that you don't know what it is. Yes. 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 Because what do you spend all day doing? What do you spend your day doing most of the time? Worry, 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 worry. The universe hears you. Worry, 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 worry. Oh, he likes this. Give him this. Worry, 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 worry. And that's all. The world is just another one of those things that gives you choices, 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 choices. And you just aren't seeing that they're there waiting for you. The foundation you've been waiting to lay, the puzzle piece you've been waiting to fill, the thing you've been searching for your whole life has been right there in front of your face your entire goddamn life. If you just let go of the worry and trusted in yourself, trusted your higher power, took a leap of faith, and took that dive knowing they got your ass. So what is it, Banished? What is the one thing you haven't done for yourself yet that you know you should have been doing all along? What is it? You don't have to say it. I know what the word is. You want to say it, you say it. But when you say it, own it. Because you know what it is. What is it that you need to create? Thank you. Thank you. Love even the worst part of yourself because it's a part of who you are. It's a part of you. If you love all the parts of who you are, that doesn't mean you can't change them. That doesn't mean you can't transform them. That doesn't mean that that worry won't always be there. But it will always be there because the world gave you choices. Yes, it's hard, but who is making it hard? It's not the universe making it hard. You're making it hard on yourself because you can't let it go. Just let it go. Get that damn boulder off of your goddamn shoulders and just say, I'm done. I'm letting go of the depression. I'm letting go of the worry. Today is the day. I do not walk in that anymore. I'm going to walk in happy. I'm going to walk in peace. I'm going to walk in purpose. And you know what my purpose is right now? To find purpose. I'm going to go try some things that I've always wanted to try. I'm going to try to do things I've always wanted to do. I'm going to find joy again. I'm going to find happy again. I'm going to remember what I liked to do when I was a 5-year-old little boy playing whatever pirate, beautiful, imaginary world you were living in. It's not hard. It's the easiest thing you will ever do. The only one making it hard on you is you. You can do whatever you want. Let's get to those God cards. Anytime you want. Yeah, I live in a society too that has a lot of freedom, but don't you think I have to stand up for that and say I'm owed that too? That someone could come take that away anytime? What does God want you to know? Fuck yeah! You've tend to the coals that are in front of you. Get your coals into the places you want them to be. The places you want your life to burn the brightest. Let's bring all of those coals together so they form that circle and generate that heat in the exact place we needed to create it. if I tend back to myself for once in my life and I actually do it, that I tend to it and say, I cannot control the worry. I can't control what will come. I can control how I react to the shit. But if it gets to be too much and I can't handle it, well, maybe it's time to let it all out and blow that top off that I've been holding back all of my true feelings. And if I let them out, yeah, they could destroy some of the world I once created. But guess what? I'm going to pour onto this world a brand new world that I create, that I'm the one who pours down onto it. I'm going to give you that warning. I'm going to do this. But that's tending to myself. I believe in myself. I'm ready to show the world who I am. And if you don't like it, be damned, because I'm coming. I'm coming and I'm going to own it. I am going to put those little coals and start to decide what I need to tend to myself. What is the physical thing you need to do good, better for yourself? One physical thing, not 10 physical things. What one mental thing could you be doing better for yourself? Just one. One thing spiritually that you can do for yourself. And if that's only trusting yourself and your own highest self to make the best choice you can make in the moment. Because you're stronger than you are giving yourself credit for. You are a fucking warrior when it comes to life. You've learned how to survive life. We've given you all of the tools to make it through. But it's like sending the Boy Scouts out into the wilderness after you've shown them all the stuff about the forest. You stay at a far distance to make sure they stay safe, of course, but you let them experience it so they can go through and experience it. So what do you need to do now? Love myself, pull myself together, put those coals back in place, explode with all the force and love that I can, and get out of my goddamn way, because here I come. That is you pouring that puzzle piece into form to fill that spot. The only thing you are missing is the future that is unknown. Everyone has that piece. Everyone has that piece that is waiting to be filled. You create that piece. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. And you almost got it, Banish. You're this close. You just gotta take that last stress off of you. I'm sorry, but you don't need it anymore. You don't need that stress anymore. You don't need that panic anymore. It never served you any purpose but to make you a miserable fuck. All right, we've got Reno to the reading room. Reno to the reading room. Imorino. Yeah. Yeah, but now you choose. Now you get to choose what those are. Okay, Morino. Okay, see? Thank you for the correction. I'm going to finish something real quick. Why don't you throw me your numbers and your question, Marino? Thank you for correcting me. I cover my mouth because open mouth chew. And I don't think you wanted to see that. All right, let's read this. Let's read this message while I begin to shuffle, cleansing shuffle here. Okay. Got it. Know how to help. I understand this very well. Moreno. Let me know when you're ready. This is heavy, guys. We need to really dig deep in here. Dig deeper. Ugh, I can't even talk today. Okay. You're sure. All right. Here we go on that question. And I understand, just to reiterate, how do I solve this problem about a guy you met? You're still having trouble letting go. You don't want to fix him. You've been trying to let go and to clean this connection. And you've done all of the work, it looks like. But you're still having trouble letting things go, right? Okay. Here are your 5 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1 God card. 14th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and they want me to pull the bottom card for you too. So the bottom card that I drew, that I just got done before I shuffled, they wanted me to draw an extra card on top of that. So that's got to be something pretty powerful. And here are the answers to the question about how we do this. Okay? And how we finally understand why we're going through this is the best thing you could have done today, Moreno. Okay, I'm going to call you Moreno. I'm going to try, guy. Okay? But if I screw up, understand, okay? From what I'm feeling from this whole situation, my friend, is that foundation wasn't meant to work out. That it wasn't meant to be. Because you needed something from this person and you didn't even realize what you needed. You put this image, this connection, this want for something he could never be. The reality and the fantasy did not match. The point of this guy was to show you that you're missing something here in relationship. He didn't offer it to you. He didn't give you the place to put yourself down into this relationship as well. You know? And you're concerned that you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. When he was the example, the last example you needed to show you what you didn't need in your life. The kind of person that you don't want. Really. You know this would have never worked out. You know for a fact there were problems and issues that you discovered about yourself, about the way you communicate in relationship, about the way you go about and act on that information. We had to learn a hard lesson. Now we have a new foundation starting to be poured, because when the foundation card is in the past, we've cleared the old foundation, working on building a new one. So we've cleared the past of the old foundation. We swept it, smashed it to smithereens, swept it away. We're getting our little boards ready to pour a new foundation. And you have been struggling with how to let him go. Been there, done that. But you have to set him free. To love him enough to set him free from your heart, your mind, your soul, your body. Communicate with yourself. You've communicated with him just fine. But say these words to yourself. Who are you really apologizing to? It's not him you're apologizing to. You're apologizing to yourself. All these words that you've said to him are the words you should have been saying to yourself. I should have communicated better. I should have taken and been present more. I should have owned up to my shit and let you see it. I should have done all of these things. I should have communicated those things to you so you understood why I'm going through the shit I'm going through. So, we learned a lesson. What you are looking for in relationship now is completely different than what it was. We have found the answer to the question. You know the kind of person you want now. You had the example of what you don't want. Now you know what will match the things that really do matter to you. And you had to go through it because it was the only way the universe could make you understand it. It was a hard lesson to give you, and they don't like doing it sometimes, but sometimes we need that kick in the ass. And all you have to do to really let this person go is to just let it go. And let that be the last letter you wrote. Let that be the last time you reach out. Let it be the last time you wonder where his life has gone. And return back to a place where you're taking care of yourself. You know what this was all for? You want to know what this is really all for? This all that you've been going through right now is like the back of a matchstick. That rough patch. That grainy, wonderful, beautiful. Taking a break. Taking an ad break. Ad break. Okay, just want to make sure we're all back from the ad break here. Especially you, my friend. Moreno, are we back? Are we back? Moreno, are we still here? Okay, good. So, yeah, but I don't want you just to stop it. I want you to use this like the back of a matchstick box, that rough patch, that catalyst to ignite the kind of love you've been waiting for your whole life. The catalyst is that what you've been through. The ignition that you create now is now you know what you really want, what you really need for a change. You need to fulfill the need first, then the want. The falling in love with the soul first, then the body. Igniting your path towards that beautiful person you already are. And that's the other thing. You are a beautiful person, and you have to realize that they weren't meant for you. Love them enough to let them go, to find love somewhere else that will fulfill them. That will fill you with more love and more acceptance for yourself. Set them free. If you set them free and let them go, that love has now been opened for something new to fill its spot. Don't give away that thing that is no longer deserved. Don't give away that gift anymore of them allowing that privilege to have your part of your heart anymore. Allow that space to be cleared and ready to be filled with the right person this time. So that's why we're getting this reading here. And then your God cards are going to be a little bit more surprising. I know what one card is, and this is the one that I saw that fell out. Well, yeah, you did, because guess what? Your volcano moment is coming there, okay? You are feeling the changes starting to rumble inside of you. That's the warning sign for people to get out of the way, because when this new person pops out, the person who's proud of who they are, who accepts themselves for who they are, who loves themselves for who they are, and doesn't have to apologize to anybody for that, when the person who falls in love with your icky, crazy, wonderful, beautiful mess, you will know what real love looks like, and you will be able to honor it and cherish it and allow it to be one that could fill a lifetime. But we had to get you to that spot first. Blow that top off when you're ready to, and create the world you want to see. Make this path be something that is your decisions, your choice. If you're looking in the wrong spots, maybe you need to look in some place you never thought to look before. And then they come to tell you this. And I thought something like this was going to come. This is my father's card. Okay? My father was a very big lone wolf. He married my mother, divorced when I was 4 years old. I didn't remember my dad until I was 8 years old. Whatever had happened before that. Okay? He was a very big lone wolf. He kept trying to go to family to family to family to family because he was trying to fill that spot in himself because he thought other people could fix him. Okay? Even in his original marriage, to marry someone who was stable, who believed and honored all of that stuff, who was more put together than he was at the time. He wanted that stability. He wanted that, all of that. Didn't work out. Divorce comes. Second marriage. Same issue. All over again, only now with a different person. But now he's letting his angry emotions start to show their face. His frustration with the world, his frustration with himself, his frustration with him not working on the things he needed to do for himself. Realizing that some of his past wasn't all of his fault, and that some of it was. Okay, but that one didn't work out either because he couldn't fill it with another person. Went through another phase. Hey, we're ready to heal some of these bridges now. Reaches out to me, this beautiful, wonderful wife that he married, the third one, reaches out to me. We rebuild our father-son relationship. That's the kind of love, and I will always love that woman for that. But still, trying to fill himself with the things he thinks. Even his own son, who is now starting to accept the real him of who he really is. Not the fake persona he's been putting on for years. The real father, the broken dad, the broken one who doesn't know how to do shit. Not understanding that. Bring it forward to the last and final person that he had married up to this point. But now he had learned how to fix himself. Okay, I'm just going to finish my story because it's a part of the story, okay? And then he finally found that missing puzzle piece, the piece he was missing all along that was right there. That one little thing he had to do for himself was accept himself for who he was. He didn't have to be the leader. He didn't have to be a follower. He just had to be there. That's all anyone ever expected for him, to show up, to be a part of the pack and choose to be a part of it. Not trying to find something in it, just to be a part of it. So, long story short, or short story long, whichever the case may be for you, my father called out with his heart song to the universe one last time. And you want to know who heard his song? my birth mother. They'd both gotten to a place where they'd fixed their shit and they fell in love all over again. I know a bunch of kids out there who have divorced parents who would love to say their parents got back together someday. And they did, until my mom passed away in bed with the woman, man of her dreams. But she went the way she always wanted to, and she had a beautiful end to her life. But don't you think my father still longs for that part of him back? But he didn't let it stop him from living life this time. He let it empower him to live more life. Right? So heart song time. Howl at the moon and sing your song out to that person who wants to hear the beautiful song you sing. They will come find you and they will say, "Are you the one I've been looking for my whole life? Aren't you ready for that for once? Instead of you searching for someone, maybe it's time for you to let someone find you." You're welcome. I welcome to tell you that story because he found the love he was always looking for. He married his very first true love, which was my mother. But they both had things they had to fix inside of themselves before they were ready for that love again. When they came back together, they were very different people than the people they were when they first married. My mother was no longer an alcoholic. My father was no longer an alcoholic, in complete remission of those two things at the time. Enjoying each other's love was the most intoxicating drink that they could have had. And falling back in love with the person who finally saw the real them for a change. The I not as great as I think I am broken mess. And they fell in love with each other's mess all over again. And then they found a way to heal that past love by not hanging on to the past, but living for a future. They let it all go, the baggage of it all, and moved forward in the most personal way possible. You know, I'm very lucky, but it wasn't my part of the story. It was my mom's part of her story. To leave this world in that way, I'm ever grateful for that every single day. I think this is my last reading because I was boring me since last year and I don't know how to solve the trouble. Right? Thank you so much. You're welcome. Hey, I want you to go live your life. I'm glad that I brought you some clarity today. But do what's right for you. Come back if you need me, but if I don't see you for a while, I wish you all the best, my friend, because you're on the right path. You are. You just got to believe in that, okay? And the next time you feel that flash of heart song start to sing back to you and you feel that flutter again, trust in the flutter. Trust in that flutter. Maybe it leads you to the best choice you will ever make in your life. Saying yes to a crazy woman who stalked me for 3 months wasn't exactly sane. Throw me your numbers, Kurt. I'm just going to start shuffling for you now. Cleansing the cards off. Yeah, she stalked me for 3 months before I even noticed her. And then she had to pull out every feminine stop she had on that last try. And if I wasn't paying attention at that last point, she was going to give up on my ass. Thank God I paid attention. "18 years of happy." We're gonna have. Oh, actually, I take that back. 19 years of happy. We just had our anniversary. Next year's our 20th anniversary of being together. 21 years to, 21 together, 20 married. Okay. So, throw me your numbers, Crypto. Why is the manifesting around me so much? I thought we covered this, but we'll do it again. I want to give these one more cleanse. So I make sure that I take that old energy off of it and really give crypto the message she needs. Numbers were 10 and 1. You got it. 10 shuffles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Too many. One more shuffle for you. Okay. You have 4 God cards. Thank you for clarifying that. I'm clearing my mind of my expectation and hearing the true meaning of what you need to know. Here we go. And 1 card because you said 1. Okay, Stephanie, from what I'm getting here, I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm sorry about that, Crypto. Didn't mean to call you a different name. Crypto. From what I'm feeling, why this person keeps manifesting in your life is to show you that maybe, just maybe, you haven't considered that whatever it is you still carry around for him, it's just the junk you need to leave on the side of the road to get back and control your own life again. Is he a part of your journey, or is he just there to be a passenger long enough to give you the life lesson you need to have? Drive in the past means a lot different than it would in another spot, because you're driving yourself from the past into the future, because you've dealt with what has happened. You got to the end of this road, and now you're getting back in the car again, ready to drive to the new location, ready to go to the places you need to go. To move you forward is the reason he keeps showing up, to remind you to work on that part of yourself, to remind you to own up to the mistakes you made, to know that you've changed, to prove to yourself that you've grown, to prove to you once and for all definitively that you are stronger because of what you went through. And getting into that car and driving down the road now, instead of taking a long hard walk, you're not beating up on yourself so much anymore. Where we needed you to be was all of the stuff that's going on now with self, and not doubting yourself anymore, but actually being positively motivated to live your life in a better way. Well, now he reminds you that you need to be around more positive people, that you have to be the one who collects that sunshine and that positive thing you want every day. He reminds you of the past so that you don't repeat that mistake again, so that you understand that you still have to be like that sunflower in a sunflower field. Even though it is a cloudy day, the sun still shines down onto you. Collect the positivity surrounding you that is being brought into your life right now. That one sunflower that isn't working with you right now, it's just a reminder where to go, because you didn't like being in a dandelion field. You wanted to be in a sunflower field. He's there to remind you of what still needs to put into the soup of your life. He's there to remind you what the bad ingredients were so you don't put those back into the soup again. He's there to remind you of all the things that you kept beating up on yourself about, and the things you kept questioning about Instead of not trusting those intuitions, now you trust that and put the right ingredients into the soup you want to make. You aren't being controlled anymore by anyone or anything. You make the future, and you are going at your pace, adding the right ingredients into your soup at the right time. Because you don't freeze in place anymore. You don't let this get to you as much as it used to get to you. Now you are ready to stomp your feet into that ground and keep a walking, even though you hear some cracks underneath every once in a while. You're still on the solid ground. Just every once in a while you stick your toe into that ice puddle and it cracks underneath you. It does feels jarring at first, and it feels like it's a big ass thing, but you don't let it stop you anymore. You let this whole thing motivate you to be that better person you've always wanted to be. That's why this is happening. Beyond anything else, that's the reason. He is the catalyst for your change. He is the reason we are changing, but not for him anymore, for us. Because we decided it was time for us. Not living for expectation anymore, and fulfilling the need and letting go of the want. And then your God cards are this. 4 of them. And what do they need you to hear, crypto? About this very situation? Listen to the inner voices inside. We have given you all the answers. You have to wield the magic we gave you to learn the lesson and be done with it once and for all, so you never make this mistake ever again. Learn the lesson to trust your intuitions and wield the magic to pour onto this world the world you create in its wake. Trust yourself. Implicitly trust yourself. Learn from the lesson and move forward. Stop letting him be the answer. Let him be the conclusion. I learned my lesson. I am moving forward now. This change that you want to happen, you have to let go of the old life first. You have to let that part of you die. Mourn that loss, which is what you're going through right now. Mourning the loss of the old life, so that when you go out there searching for a brighter day, that rebirth moment when you glaze like the sun in your beautiful world down on your beautiful new soul, and you shine that positivity into it, that's the change we've been waiting to make. The death that needs to happen is the old life needs to finally be put to rest, so that we can be at peace and find out that we have happy waiting for us now. That's why all of this change is happening the way it's changing, why you keep getting reminded over and over again why it's important to change. Because you didn't want to be that person anymore. I think I served you up a good old helping cup of kick your ass there, crypto. But he's just a catalyst. They're no more, no less than a catalyst for change. That's all he is. A piece of the puzzle causing you to do and make choices that are different than the ones you've made before, especially when it comes to relationship, because he was the prime example of what we did wrong in relationships, right? The reason that it would never have worked, right? No. Not that one. Where is it? I gotta find the right song.
In the twilights and
Oh.
where the wild
Okay.
glows, the
Oh.
white witches gather,
I see.
where the silver stream flows, with the earth at their feet, and the stars overhead. They dance with the elements by the old gods led. Dance, dance, the witches chant with fire, water, earth, and air in perfect love and perfect trust. Their magic spreads everywhere. Through the circle of stones, to the beat of the drum, they summon the power where the magic comes from. With the flick of the wand and a whisper of might, they
Yeah, no problem. Give me a second here. I'm just turning this music back off here real quick. Give me a second.
dance, dance.
I want you to think about your life for a second, Crypto, and what you've been going through recently and the changes that you're making, right? Why would Steven keep showing up? What do you need to be reminded of that you keep doing to yourself that you need to listen to? Yeah, you're making a lot of positive choices and changes, yeah. But what's the one thing you haven't done yet that Stephen reminds you of all of the time that you know you need to work on, but you weren't listening back then? Maybe he's there to show you that you didn't work on something that you need to work on. It feels like communication shit to me. And it feels like communicating your needs, not the wants. You know what I'm saying? And what you're searching for, he keeps showing up to remind you of what you don't want, right? What you need in your life is completely different. So he keeps showing up to be that reminder that you don't need him in your life anymore, that you don't need him. You don't need that, what kind of relationship he had with you. Don't need that kind of thing that is in your very body. I'm just putting this up here to, because lights, lights here, we're not going anywhere. I'm just shouting out one of my very good friend tarot readers who I really admire a lot, and finishing it up there. So that's why he keeps doing that, because that's what you need to understand. What about yesterday? I don't even remember what happened yesterday. Forget about yesterday. Yesterday's okay. I don't even remember it. Cheers, it's okay. But I want to finish up real quick on cryptos though. That's why he keeps showing up, to remind you of that you have to move past that one thing that he constantly reminds you of. Once you can move past that, he'll stop showing up in your life. Okay. And he'll continue to show up in your life until you've surpassed the thing you need to work on. You know? Or until you tell him to bugger off and stay out of your life, and just make it very clear to the universe you don't want him in your life anymore. You learned your lesson. You don't need any more teaching. Just say it. I'll let the universe stop showing up in my life. But if you're working with him and you're in his proximity, that's going to be kind of hard to do, okay? There's only so much distance the universe can give you. Remember, it's a free will game here. All right, Light Seeker's turn. Exactly. Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's it, crypto. That's it. Numbers. Gotta start doing your cleansing shuffle, Light Seeker. Throw me your numbers today. Don't worry about the past. Let's work on the future. You're welcome, crypto. I know. Go run. Go take care of what you need to go take care of. Thank you for the lurk and whatever else you do. Appreciate it. Go do what you need to go do, crypto. Light Seeker, you have my full attention now. 7 and 11, general reading for you. I'm going to wait till these cards say they're ready for you here. Okay, ready. Here are your 7 official shuffles, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, God cards. 6, 7. All right, you got a 2 God card message for you as well. Okay, I'm going to put my coffee out of the way here. Oops, I spilled some coffee. Sacrilege. Oh, God, that's sacrilegious. All right, and now the 11th card is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the 11th card is Light Seeker. General messages incoming. Something we need to hear desperately right now. Ooh, yeah, baby. Okay. Light Seeker. What a day for a good message for you. What a day for you to be here now in this moment. What a day it is today. Because we came here for some kind of reason today. But like I was trying to explain to Crypto just a little bit ago, everything you've been through in the last 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of roughness that you've been through, was only there to serve as catalyst for the change you are making right now. That the thing that happened in the past, especially within the last 2 weeks, it's been a hard fought last 2 weeks, hasn't it been? Exactly, because today something changed. We did the work. We ignited our future. That's why today is full of a lot of positive, energetic shifts. Because you took what was given to you and you ignited a new future forward. You took that catalyst and you made this positive thing happen. You made this happen. Because you're not worried about what you're going to find on the journey anymore. You're just enjoying the journey. We're not looking for anything anymore. We're hoping that we find what we're looking for along the way. And making new positive choices and changes. And being present in the journey. And being present in every choice that we make. Making every day be our better day is that choice. But we know that we still have to allow some of this stuff we've been working on to slowly decay. We don't need to work on it all right now. We can allow the world to move along, and we can let this stuff just slowly move out of our lives like it becomes the most unimportant thing in the world to us anymore. And we let that become life-giving nutrient dirt, because the decay part is right in there, that compost pile that we put all of the stuff that isn't going to serve us any purpose anymore. It's got to decay before it can become the life-giving nutrient dirt again. It's got to go through a transformation. But that transformation isn't fast. That transformation is slow and steady. So allow the things to melt out of your life slow and steady. They won't be so important to you anymore, and you'll adopt new, better ways of doing it. Oh my dear God, do you have a message waiting for you today, Light Seeker? Because the reason you're going through all of this right now is the literal definition of my card here called Gardenia Rose. This is my mom's card. And my mom calls me out to tell and remind me of something. Whenever I see her card, she always asks me to remind other people of this as well. My mom was a person who unbalanced her life between what people expected of her versus what she wishes she could do. She always lived in that, am I being what everybody else expects me to be? What the world needs me to be, what my family wants me to be, what everyone wants to see from me. Expectation, expectation, expectation. Right? And then she had to find a way to move past that crap. She knew that she was a survivor. She knew she could grow in any situation she was put in because she didn't have a choice. She had to grow through the light. She had to grow in the dark. She had to find a way to learn to balance the scales between expectation and what I want in a life. That universal yin and yang figure eight of give and take. She had to learn how to take as much as she gave, because that was the only way she could find balance in her life. She was an alcoholic. She was a person who let her worries and anxieties get to her. She was a person who let the world smash her into so many smithereens that she didn't know how to pick up all the damn pieces. But she found a way to balance that out with her creativeness, with the stuff that made her happy, with the stuff that made her want to keep going and doing a more positively mourned life. So I come here today to remind you of the 3 things you need to remember today, Light Seeker. And I feel like I gotta get these 3 messages to you, through you to your head, because they're the most important messages my mama comes to tell people. And when they get this card, they need to hear it. So I really want to make sure you're ready to hear it, take it in, and own it today, because it's the most important message I could give you from all of the mothers of this world to you, my child. Do you want that message? Are you ready for that message? Light Seeker? I'm really asking. Are you ready? Waiting for an answer. Okay, good. Number 1. You, my friend, have the power. No one and nothing is stronger than you when you believe in yourself. Don't you ever dare not believe in your power ever again, because you, my friend, have the power to make anything you want happen in this world. Number 2. Please hear me. You are loved. You are loved so much and by so many people. I can't count it on any amount of fingers you put in front of me. You, my friend, are more loved than you realize. That love has been coming to you since the moment you decided to be a giving, kind person. And that love is being returned to you. But that's the inner love that you are gathering now. You are loved, my friend. Know it. And I never want to hear the words that I am not loved from your lips ever again, because you are. By so many and so much, including this fool right here. Number 3. And the third and final thing you need to hear, because you need to hear this so bad it's not even funny. Light Seeker, it is time to carve your own goddamn destiny into the sands of time. You have a powerful, complete, wonderful life, the power of a God in your finger to set it down in the sands of time and carve the destiny and fate you want, to carve the purpose and meaning you want, to put into this universe what you will it to be so. So do it. Because I don't want to hear excuses anymore. So you have power. You are loved. And you can carve your own damn destiny in the sands of time. Now you have to walk the walk, talk the talk, and do the do. Are you ready to? Then begin. Right, light seeker? And find that balance between joy and sorrow, between light and dark, between give and take. Ignite your future with the future you have waited to put to flame. Let that be the journey and the light that guides you during the darkest of times. Let it be the light that you carry on with you. Let that light burn away all that is left to decay. And allow that change to come into you. That is what you've meant to do. And yeah, you're right. You have started a lot of some steps, definitely small steps. But that's okay. No one says you have to win the race tomorrow. You decide how much you need. You decide how long it takes. You listen to these God cards because they will be the ones you need to hear the most right now. And boom. All of this right now, Light Seeker, is the resilience you build up. The dents in the armor only make that armor stronger, because when you pound it out and you reforge that shield again, it only strengthens the metal in that place, because now you have double the metal put into it. You had to hammer it out and temper it, making it even stronger than it was before. Those battle scars that still show on that shield, proud of those battle scars, because they show you exactly what you've made it through, what you made it to become. Know that this has all been to show you how resilient you are. And if you ever needed the answer that you are exactly who you need to be right now, the home card is it. Because home means that you feel at home with yourself finally. That you don't have to worry about the foundation you laid any longer. The walls you created are strong and resilient. The fucking door is ready to be opened and closed at your will. The shield of the life of not letting the world get to you, the roof of your life has been there. And you live in this beautiful home. Allow yourself to let it soak into your life, because that's what makes you be. Well, okay. We'll talk about it, Stephanie. But let me finish up with what I'm doing right now, Lightseeker. With Lightseeker, okay? Because I want to make sure they got it. Because I feel like sometimes you're a little hard on yourself for certain things, and sometimes you're afraid that the changes you are making will hurt people. You can't keep being afraid of who you're going to hurt during this transformation. You have to allow them the privilege and the honor to know that they will be right there with you. We're going to get to it though in a second, Stephanie. Don't go anywhere. I'm not going to need cards for this. Until, Stephanie, I say this with all due respect to your path and your journey, but until you can fix your own shit, you have no right to go try to fix other people's shit. Make sure you got all of your shit taken care of to within a 95% of making sure you know your path, your destiny, your fate, why you're doing it, when you want to do it, and all of that stuff considered. And you're doing it to help people, not to fill yourself with something. I don't come here trying to fill my acceptance here. I get that acceptance because I'm here. Not trying to fill it with you guys. I get it because I am here. I accept myself for who I am, doing the things that I do. You know? And that is part of the the thing that we're working on for Lightseeker and you. Okay? Stephanie, Lightseeker, whoever is listening at this moment, that's what we have to understand is that powerful change we make of believing in ourselves, of believing in our power, believing in that completely, trusting that completely, honoring that promise to ourselves we made. I will never do this bad shit to me ever again. Keeping that promise, your mantra. Mine was, I want to have the best day ever every single day for the rest of my life. That was my mantra. I woke up, I said it out loud. I went outside, I thought about it. I thought about my day and everything I went through. I thought about how my day went and was it bad? No, it wasn't bad. I had the best day ever because today was the day no shit hit the fan. I lived another day and got to live a happy life doing it. It was a lot of work to get there, but if you don't think I had to let go of a lot of my anxiety, my fears, my doubt, my worry, my need to do those things, because it was the only pattern I ever knew how to do until I decided to change it. You know? And just like you know, are doing all of this right now, you know, how can I say it? This will make you more. Sure can. I'm just filling my coffee up, turning it off for today, getting the last of my coffee all stirred. So what do you mean by sea kick reading? Oh, you want my journey layout reading? I'll give you a journey layout reading. You better hella be ready for that kind of reading. So, when I understand what you mean by sea kick, okay, journey layout. You know how the journey layout works, or do I need to put it up on the screen and explain it to you? Do you want me explain again? Or are you good? It's okay if you need me to explain again. Not gonna work. It's not gonna hurt me. I am, however, gonna have a smoke while I wait for your answer. Take your time. No, you don't need me to explain. Okay, so you don't need me to explain, right? So what I need you to do right now is I want you to think about your life and how it is right now and what you want to know about your journey and your path. I want you to concentrate on what will be the best possible outcome for you while you pick your numbers. Same as before, 1 through 10. There are no God cards in this one. If the cards fall out this time, they don't count. They go right back in the shuffle. This whole thing is a God card message. So there isn't a sugarcoat involved in any of this. It's going to be brutal. And then pick your second number, 1 through 52. That's where the journey begins. I'm going to begin again to do my cleansing shuffle for a journey layout. And we'll do that right now. He needs a journey layout. Stephanie needs a journey layout. This will show you exactly where you are on your path right now. Okay? And how we can get what we want and need out of that. So when you're ready, throw me your numbers. I already know your question, because God is guiding my hand to tell you what you need here. No question involved. 7 and 17. Here are your 7 official shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Your wandering path card comes off. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and the 17th card is on top. Past, wait, hard, easy, unseen, leap of faith, and home card. And we're ready to rock and roll. Right there, Stephanie? So open up that mind, open up your heart, and listen to what we have to say here. First and foremost, where we're waiting. Where is the past coming from, right? So, Stephanie, remember when I was talking about that volcano moment and building up all of this power and resources you need? Because what you're doing right now is building up the resources that you need to pour onto this world the path that is right in front of you. You've given everybody fair warning by now that things are going to change. They either get off the island and stay safe, or they stay on the island and get burned. You can't be afraid of doing this now. It is time to let it out. It is time to uncork the genie and let the genie out and set that genie free so that it can create all the wishes it wants for the people who helped it be what it is. Be the volcano from that past that led you up to this point. That magma that was stirring up in there the whole time, waiting for this moment, waiting for this explosion, waiting for this time, place, and energy that you are ready to say, enough is enough. I must move forward from my past, and I must create a new, brand new future. Destruction on the way. Get out of the way. So now that we understand where we come from, the past, what are we getting stuck in? What is the weight path trying to tell us? No surprise here, because it is about your reflection. What you show yourself, what you show the world, what you show me. It's not about the little pieces that don't always make sense, that they can come together to form something beautiful. To see who you really are, to look in those tiny little mirrors and see the beautiful oak tree you truly are. To see with the real reflection that is being shown to us, not the imagined one. Now we sit and wait, deciding what we want to show the world, what we're ready to reveal, what we're ready to give to others to say, do you accept me? I accept myself. Here's what I'm showing you who I am. Now, where do I take these choices and decisions now that I know this? Do I allow my choices to define me as that I am a reflection of my past, but my past has been destroyed to create this new future? Do they see the new me now? Now we are in this place where we are trying to see whether or not they know who we are, right? And we're in this indecisive moment of knowing yourself, right? Okay, so We are a beautiful oak tree. We are not the jumbled up mess everyone thinks we are. They might see a jumbled up mess, but we know who we are and we know what we've been trying to show the world. It's not your fault they don't see it. Point blank. Now you have a choice to make, Stephanie. Do you want to go down your hard path first, your easy path first, or your unseen path? Hard is this card, easy is this card, unseen is this card. And you have to choose one of those. You can say the name. Easy, hard, or unseen. The unseen path that's before you. You know that both of this stuff, all of this has to do with how you put that picture out there into this world. When we talk about reflection, right? That's what we hope people see in us. This is what people actually see. The full big picture of who we are. The unseen path that's the middle of the road is I don't need that self-worthlessness anymore. Those are the reeds that are in my face. Those things have been cut down and slashed down. The things that we cut through to say, hey, you, look at me. I am a beautiful picture here. I may not be your taste of kind of picture, but I am showing you the real me. What I intended in this painting is within me. Come find out what I meant when I drew this part of me in my life. What is it that I am showing myself here in this unseen path? The path where I cut through the bullshit of it all. Where I knew I had to be determined in being who I am, but I had to have a plan doing it as well. Do I get the big picture now? Do I see the full picture now? Do I see the artistry of my life come together to be beautiful and to be honored and hung up in a place where people can view me and judge? Yeah, but I still hang up in that wonderful gallery that people will see me. For the first time, they will see the real me. And isn't that beautiful? So, now we understand what is unseen. Do you want to know what's hard or easy next? What is your hard path? The hardest thing for you to do right now is accept that the change is happening, that you're accumulating that change, and that change will be spent on the want. Right now you're fulfilling a need. Need being filled means taking the time to pick up the right pieces to understand what needs to be filled. To know that I am missing something here. I have to go try some things to find out what that is. I am lost. I am confused, but I'm not so lost I can't go out there and experience something. The hardest thing for you to do is to maybe change your outlook on what you're doing right now and completely flip the script and do something that brings you out of that comfort zone. Not so much that you get in danger, but enough for you to be able to enjoy the challenge of it, to enjoy that thing you learn that you never thought you could learn before. That's what we're waiting to make. That's the thing we need to be determined with, is choosing the right kinds of change so that when we're getting to the end of our goal, we have all of this in reserve to spend on the want. And then we can just sit back, relax, and go for the wonderful thing we've been waiting to have. Because we'll have everything we need to get that. Easy path time. The easy path is, Stephanie, and as much as you don't want to say it, you are more put together than you think you are. You're at a higher level of maturity now than you've ever been in your life. You have stood the test of time. You have made it through the survival game. You've made it through the fight game. You've made it through the winds and the rains and the storms phase. But the thing you need to know the most is that you are beautiful because of what you've been through, and that you are a survivor warrior. And the easiest thing for you to do now is to make a plan to grow just a little bit more than you have been. Just a tiny bit more. Physically, mentally, or spiritually, you choose your poison. To grow that part of you is to prove that you still have a little bit left to learn, but not so much you can't enjoy and live in life, because you did make it to this point. Some part of you knew that. Some part of you've just been waiting to hear it. Waiting to hear it. Really hear it. So now we have one more choice to make, Stephanie. And that is, do you want to know what your leap of faith is? What you need to take a leap of faith in? Or do you need to know what you need to bring within yourself or expel from yourself? The home card. Which one do you need to hear first? The home card or the leap of faith card? You can say HOME or leap, whichever one you want first. Okay, I said leap of faith first, so we'll go with leap of faith first. What is your leap of faith? When we talk about a leap of faith, we think it's this insurmountable thing that we can't. Ad break. We are taking this 23-second ad break. We'll be right back, folks. Give me just 19 more seconds, and I'll be right back with you. Hey, want to throw me that like, follow, and subscribe? Want to be one of my people in stream? Come to the twitch.tv, the Unknown Prophet 1, and you can get a reading too. If you would like this for yourself, please don't be afraid to ask me for my journey layout. We're coming on back now to Stephanie and the reading at hand. Yes, I stopped for the ad. That's what I was waiting for you to come back to start to say we're back. We're back. Stephanie, checking in. Stephanie's back. Completely back. Yeah. Waiting for the delay a little. Okay. We're back. Good. So, back to the leap of faith card, right? So what do you need to take a leap of faith in? Understanding that you are creating the future you want. Trusting in that you are creating and forging this tool you need to be the best part of what you need at this moment. That tool that you need the most right now is that cup to empty the old sludge, to refill the new sludge, to put that vitalization back in ourselves, to forge ahead by knowing we are in that creation moment, to trust in that creative moment, to trust in ourselves that we are making ourselves into the person we want ourselves to be. Again, with the trusting yourself. And the thing that you need to take a leap of faith with is trusting that you are creating the right thing. Right? So what do you need to bring within yourself or expel within yourself, though? Yeah. It's time to stop thinking of yourself as the ugly old weed who doesn't belong there. You were born a beautiful flower. You will remain a beautiful flower. You will always be a beautiful flower. Don't be concerned with how the world sees you. Know what you were born to be. Know what you were born to do. Know what you were here to give yourself to the person who would pick you. That is a part of the journey you're on. That has to be you first. The thing you need to bring within yourself is that I love me more than I love anyone else right now, because I am a beautiful flower who deserves to be picked by the right person, who will put me in their vase and love me for as long as I shall last. I need to know that I am accepted as the person I am. I need to bring in that within myself again. That beauty, that strength, that resilience. So I know when I am chosen, that I am chosen for purpose. I have been chosen for meaning. But that's their purpose for me, not my purpose for me being in their life. Okay? And your wandering path card is, holy crap, we have work to do. Because the reason some of this is happening to you and the reason you are stuck and aren't able to move forward in a lot of it is because you have put up the daggers of defense, that you are frozen yourself so solid that you've crystallized those sharp little daggers, and you're afraid to be hurt so badly that you don't even realize you're doing this to yourself, that you don't want to move in the lazy river because your part of the river is still frozen. But winter doesn't last forever. You have to understand that melting will come, that you will grow again, that those little spikes you see are just frozen pieces of the branches you have yet to grow. And working to get beyond the boundary of feeling worried of every person who could ever hurt me, rather than say, you will hurt me, saying, I'm willing to be hurt because I'm willing to risk that you will love me more than the hurt. And that's what we're trying to accept within ourselves on that wandering path. Why can't we just go with the flow? Because we still put out the defense mechanisms to keep us safe. If we drop the defense mechanisms that are keeping us safe, well, they're keeping us safe from everything, including the happy, especially the happy, because we're so afraid to have it and lose it that we refuse to find it in the first place, keeping us frozen and locked in fear. So as I look at your reading here today, my friend, and I remind you the journey that we have taken, that you are ready to explode onto this world, create the world you want, show who you really are, all of it together as one. No more worrying about how people view you, but knowing what you show the world, showing that big picture to all who are around you, to admire or not admire, but know that you put in the work to be this person, that you are ready for change and ready to experience enough of life to fill that spot, because you are at a point where you're ready to move forward and make smaller, easier steps to grow, because you are forging a new path forward and creating new tools and new ways of going about things so that they can help you on your journey to rediscover that beautiful flower you are, so you don't crystallize in fear anymore and you don't stop yourself from the happy you want the most. That is your journey today. I hope that helped you, Stephanie, find your journey once again and find out where you can self-correct. Any questions? Sometimes I do a lost card for people. So where I'm a lost at, do you want a lost card? And then I just need you to pick a number 1 through 52 if you want one. I feel like you might need the lost card, but I don't pull it out for everyone. Where are you lost would be the last card, and it would be 1 through 52 if you want it. Otherwise, we can move on to the next thing. So pick a number. No, I just need you to pick one number. Do you want 25? Is your number? Just one number. 1 through 52 is all I need, not both numbers. So is 25 your number then? See, I'm going to count right from where we left off. That's what your lost card is. Okay, so 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And your lost card is... Where are we lost at right now? And you got the mirror. So where you're being lost in is that uncertain future, the unknown that is yet to happen to you, the possibility of, the dream of, the imagined future. Scares us the most, and the place we feel the most lost is because we keep looking the wrong direction. You're looking at it as if it was an abyss when it is creation, when it is imagination too, that part where life begins again. Move the damn mirror, because the only thing you're looking at right now is what's behind you. The darkness is behind you, not in front of you. Mirrors reflect the exact thing that's behind us. You're only looking at the past of who you were. You're not looking at the brightness of your future. So move the damn mirror out of your way and start to look towards that positive light. Or turn your butt around so you can see light instead of dark. Now you know which way to go. That's why you keep getting lost sometimes. Because you have to see your world in a new, different way. As the unknown possibilities of what could be. And then letting that come to be. So remember that. And that is the last of your cards today. The lost card. Lost, last, you know. Well, that's why you feel lost. Haven't you ever said to yourself, Stephanie, I mean, let's talk real talk, okay? You and me, real talk, okay? Why have you felt lost? What do you choose to look into? What do you choose to see when you're looking into that? You see the abyss, not the possibility. You see the failure, not the learned from. You see the thing that you are calling negative. Maybe it was the catalyst to move your ass to be more productive with yourself, to find what that missing puzzle piece is, because you create the puzzle piece that is missing. So what is it you really want? Strike that. What is it you really need to fill that lost spot? It's not another person, Stephanie. It's never going to be filled with another person. The only thing you need to fill it with is the acceptance of yourself. Good, the bad, the uglies, everything that's in between. To love yourself so much that you're willing to forgive it all for everything it's ever done to you. Your life, your journey, your whatever. The mistakes you made. All of it. And just let it go. Let it go and let it just drift from you. Then pick yourself back up, open your eyes and meet yourself the way you have always wanted to be. And be it. And keep being it. And keep believing it. And keep showing it until you are it. You create the piece you're missing. And when you do, this fulfillment, the things you have been searching for your whole life, all of that want will disappear like so much baggage off of your shoulders, and it will feel so freeing. So free. You don't need it anymore. It never solved anything. That beating up on yourself never solved anything. The depression and the sadness of my life didn't make it any better. It only made me sadder. That anxiety and fear of what was to come. Can I control what is to come? Can I see it with all purpose and clarity? No. So I can't be worried about it. Then I understood that I wasn't communicating what my need really was. I need to learn to self-love. I need to learn how to love others the way I love myself. And I have to learn that everything I do from this point forward is my choice to be happy, at peace, at fulfilled, at all of this stuff. Because the Stephanie I am becomes the Stephanie I was born to be. It took a cat to show me what self-love looked like. A cat to show me what self-love looked like. An animal who only loves unconditionally, who only trusts unconditionally. If it doesn't, it has nothing left. It dies because it doesn't have anything to live for. That self-fulfilling promise of just being there to be there. And when I'm ready to go do other things, I go do other things. But I'm going to live in that happy moment, just like that cat lived in that happy moment when I squished her belly and she wiggled around like she was having the best time of her life, making silly noises, showing her how much I loved her, complicitly, completely loving her. I learned how to love myself because a cat showed me how to love myself. So I squished my own belly and I told myself that I was going to be good. And it did. It finally started to be good. It finally started to be more than good. Abundance started pouring in. Things I've been waiting for my whole life finally starting to click into place. Things I've wondered my whole life what I was here for, what my destiny was, finally being shown and revealed to me because I was ready to finally fucking see it and accept it. Well, the thing I've been doing all of my life is the same thing I'm doing now. I've been a person of service since I can remember. I've always wanted to help people. From the very beginning, I've remembered that. That has been my all-purpose and guiding drive. Why do I want to do that? So that people will see that I came here to help, not to hurt. And I'm always afraid I'm going to hurt people. Mentally, physically, and spiritually sometimes. You want to cut that line? You want to make it stop? Then cut the line. Make it stop. Imagine that line being severed in your life and drop it off and then create that new timeline. You know? I don't know if you're still around, Stephanie, but I hope you've been listening to what I have to say and why I'm saying it so much. Because I do believe in you. I believe in that power you have. That self-love you have. But you know, when an animal trusts someone complicitly, you know that that's a good person. When that animal is scared or frightened of that person because of the way it was treated and doesn't trust in a human, then you have to ask, what did that cat have to endure to be like that? That's the thing we're learning. You can endure life and let it be the thing that drives you to hate, or you can be the thing that endures, that drives you towards love. What is your 10-second decision to become the hero or the villain? Or both? The hero and the villain of your own story. But animals give us a chance to understand what perfect love and perfect trust looks like. Because they don't know how to do anything else but that. Love. Yep, love. Even an abused animal will go back to its owner still expecting it to love it. And it's hard to hear that, but That's the only love they know, unfortunately. I'm all for animal rights. I'm all for protecting the animals of this earth. I do believe hunting and fishing and stuff like that is necessary to not only feed us, but to kind of keep some of the population down a little bit as well. But I think it should be for purpose. I don't think it should be just to hang it on my wall. I want to eat the meat. I want to honor the meat, just like the Native Americans honored the land and every part of it. That's the way I try to live my life as much as I can. You know? You're welcome. I like the color change. Going from will to a red is pure will, green is balance and grounding and centering and being ready. So even the color change means something, Stephanie. You've gone from one of just pouring your will to accepting that your will is already being met, just in a color change. Doesn't seem like it's much, right? But do you realize in one moment you changed everything with one simple change? And that's what will bring you forward. I believe in you, Stephanie. I believe in you. Back to red again. That's okay. See? Doesn't matter what color you use. It's an expression of self. Why do you think I pick light blue as my color? For when I type messages. See? I'm just going to type L. L for a second. There you go. See? I'm a light blue for a reason. But do you feel the difference when you do that? Now ask yourself why you choose green. Green is grounding, centering, balance, the return to safety, the return to that grounded earth. Red is all about action and will and intent. Blue is all about emotion and retrospection and the deeper well. And yellow or purple, depending on your color choice, is all about thought and introspection, but in a different way. Water is the emotional side of it. Wind is the logical side of it. You know? East is yellow or purple sometimes, depending on that color. Some people think it's, I tend to think the yellow more than the purple. Purple I reserve for spirit. I really do. Purple is spirit, and that's the last thing too, is purple is usually spirit or white, you know? And white is all about spirit and how we are close to spirit and stuff like that. Might not seem like much of a change here, but it is a change indeed. I wonder if she's still on. I wonder if I can get a reading today. All right, we're going to get out of here, guys. I'm going to play him the last of my song here. And we're going to get the heck out of here. We're going to go to one of my favorite tarot readers, Tarot Mama is her name. She is a very gifted tarot reader. As soon as I can find her. So we're going to go give her the like and follow we knew. Tarot Mama. I'm going to shout her out in just a second. We're going to rate her out. Here she is. She is a very gifted reader. I definitely do. Go do dishes, okay? Go do what you need to do. If you follow along with me, I appreciate it with you. If you don't follow along, I understand. Go self-care and do what you need to do today. I will see you back on Monday, guys. I'm going to go enjoy my weekend this time, so if I'm not available for you, that's why. I need a solid weekend away from everything and just to go do something silly and stuff like that. Let's go to Tarot Mama and give her the kind of love and affection we need, okay? So we're gonna get going here soon and discover the right way to do this here. See you tomorrow, guys. See you Monday, guys.
Join together, they feel nature's pulse in the rustling leaves and the rain's gentle loss. Their souls intertwine.